Hello, and welcome to Orange Marketing, a HubSpot certified Diamond Partner live session. First, a little housekeeping. We will have a Q&A at the end, so put your questions in the chat or the question mark button, preferably, and I will be looking there. So it's a little question mark questions. We will be sending out this recording, and now I'm going to turn this over to Rebecca.
Hey guys, thank you for coming. We were so surprised and pleasantly pleased about the number of people who signed up for this webinar. So we figured that you have as much curiosity as we do as to what's under the covers with Breeze AI. We all know that AI has helped us with our content creation a lot, and HubSpot just had a plethora of announcements regarding AI and content creation. So what we wanted to do, what we thought we would do, is we'd put together a quick demo for you of different features that have come out that we're really interested in and we really like. So it's going to be Amanda Berger. She's going to do blogs. Kirill is going to do landing pages. I'm going to do something called Content Remix. And our one of our favorite features is going to be Monica Caraway on case studies. So we're going to show you how this works, and we'll be frank with you about what we like about it and what we think, where we think there needs improvement. We're going to be done with this whole thing in 25 minutes. It's going to go really quick, and we'll send out the recording afterwards, as Albert mentioned. So without further ado, we are going to turn it over to Amanda to show you how blog works in Breeze.
Okay, hello. I'm going to walk through how to use the HubSpot Breeze content agent to create a blog post within the platform. So we're going to start with the content tab, go to blog, and then there's a button at the top right that says start with AI. So we're going to click on that first. And here is, we're just going to follow the prompts. The first one is what our blog post is about. So I'm going to enter an idea that I had prepared, which is why you should include press releases in your startup strategy, with some key points that I would like it to hit. Next, we have a keyword section, which is optional, but we can go ahead and add a keyword in for fun here. Country, target audience, we're going to leave the default United States. And then this section just popped up yesterday. It is to add files that you might already have to make your blog post better. So that could be maybe like a transcript or a chart or images. You can add up to 10. It's optional. We're going to leave that blank for now. And then there is industry selection, and we'll leave that as marketing services. And then we'll go to select titles. So now it's going to generate some blog post titles. And we'll see what it comes up with here in a couple seconds. All right. So here are the suggestions. A quick glance, I think this middle one is most what I'm looking to write about, why you should include press releases in your startup strategy. And then we also have these SEM Rush integrated tools over here, monthly search volume, difficulty to rank, and keyword intent. And these are little tip drop downs to help you kind of decide if that helps you make your title selection. And there's also show more titles if you don't like any of them. So let's pick that one. And now we're going to review the outline. Okay, so it's going to give us a description and we're going to read it and make any adjustments, but that looks pretty good. There's a selection to include an AI generated image. We'll keep that checked just to see what it comes up with. And then we have the paragraph headers. You can adjust these, move them around, add more. You can add talking points. So let's do that just for fun. Oops. Just some extra things that I want to make sure it hits in that section. And then we're going to generate the post. So this will take a couple seconds to see the end result. And as with everything with AI, we're going to be ready to revise and humanize things, especially the image. It seems also, might not be what you're looking for. Okay, so here's our title, but here it is right in the blog. So again, if we don't like this image, we can just click on it and edit or replace it with something else that might be more fitting for the brand look and feel. And then here's the post. So we're just going to move on to the content, read it all over. Looks great at a glance. But again, we're going to want to make revisions and make sure that it's not too AI-y. And after we do that, just fix the settings and we're ready to publish it. So there you have it. That's how you would create a blog post from start to finish using this tool. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Kirill next.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to share with you how the landing page AI tool works in HubSpot and what it will get you. So you access it hitting the Start with AI button right here on the landing page view. And what it will do is it will pull up this menu where you can pick what type of landing page you want. Depending on the type you pick, it will either give you just a straight header, a header with a form, or a header with a meeting calendar box on it, which is it's really nice. So you get some flexibility there. So pick any of them, and you get 3,000 characters for a prompt. So I have one on my clipboard pasted in right now. So this one's 900. The longer and more detailed your prompt is, the better the output will be that it provides. And because it's a one and done, you can't iterate your prompts. You have to have the full prompt ready, and you do it again. You just have to generate a new asset. Then you can pick what industry you are oriented at. What this does is it helps set the tone and the voice. And there is also this option where you can create an ideal customer profile. It looks at certain demographic and company metrics, and it's set through the tab. We created one here. You can see, so this will also help set the tone and the voice of the page. Now, once you do all that, you would hit Generate Landing Page. It would take a couple of minutes to do its thing and do a little spinny thing, and it would output something that looks like this. So this is the one that I mentioned. This is just a straight header. You have, title, copy, call to action. It generates a bunch of AI images. These are all placeholders. You have to replace them all, but it does make it easy to get started. Like the layout is really the biggest helper here. Right? So you get some placeholder logos. You can just swap your logos right on in. This one's actually almost usable out the box. More copy, more images, just kind of keep flowing. So you go through, you revise it all. But if you don't have a ready to go landing page layout, this will save you a ton of time. You can just turnkey it, put in your specific content, update your links, and you're good to go. Another thing, they just added this recently, is there's an A/B testing functionality where it'll actually generate a B version for you automatically, and you can test it. So you can do automated A/B test, which is pretty cool. I'll show another example here. This is the calendar form version. And again, all placeholder, copy, images, and everything. Just gets you started. And this is the form version. So you can see this is using a template we don't regularly use, so that's why our logo is a little bit blown out. There'll be some editing before it's ready to go. But overall, it's a good way to get yourself going out of the box. Here's that thank you page. I rate it 3 out of 5 stars, and I will next turn it over back to Rebecca for the next part of the show.
Okay, I'm back again. So Content Remix was one of the, at Inbound, it was one of the most touted features. And the idea is you have a base piece of content, whatever it is, You can pump it through an engine and have it remixed into many, many pieces of content. This is the idea behind this is it's going to save marketers just a ton of time. So where do you find this? You go to your content menu and it's way down there, remix. So I've already got the menu up. You've got some templates right there to use right off the bat. So they'll give you ideas. So say your goal is to expand your content footprint, add your content here. It thinks to do that you need email, landing page, social media, those types of things. And then going back to the dashboard, how about driving conversions, blog, social, email, ad, whatever. So we're smart marketers, aren't we? So we're going to just do it ourselves because we like to pick ourselves. So let's see what this menu looks like. Let's start remixing. Let's add content. We think a fun way to do it is with a video. We do a lot of videos, instructions, a lot of tool reviews on LinkedIn, things of that nature, and we have a video waiting. Understanding Breeze HubSpot data enrichment, should you buy it? Sounds compelling. So add that content, and we've got the video in there now. Now we get to pick what we want to remix it into. I'm going to skip this free form prompt, just like what happened to Amanda. That just showed up a couple days ago. It's not a big deal, so we'll skip it for now. A video clip. I don't want to do ads or audio files. I want to do a blog post, an image. I would like to do an email. I do not want to do a podcast or SMS. I would love some social media, maybe a website page. Who knows? You get 6 things, so I guess the number is 6. So let's click the button, and next what we're going to do, it says generate. That's a little scary. We're going to actually put our copy in here. So I'm going to look back and forth. Let me grab my video instructions. I've pre-written them. I want 2 30-second clips. I know exactly what I want. It's when I'm clicking the enrich button. Those are the clips I want. And I want them for LinkedIn, not TikTok. Blog post attributes, it's our main blog. We've got some copy here. I'm going to copy it in. And it's got that whole other piece of content, by the way. So I'm just giving some additional directions that it's friendly, informative, blah, blah, blah. Don't use corporate words or corporate jargon, medium. I would like an image. And let's go down. Speaking of images, we said this for our directions. Whoops. Use these exact words below. So I gave it exact copy. I said the color should be gradient pink to orange. So let's go. Oh, by the way, style decided by AI. We're going to choose a style of pop art, email attributes. We chose a promotional email, copied some copy in, social attributes. We want it for our LinkedIn company page. We copied some copy in. You don't need to see all this. We want an image, website page. They give you a couple templates to pick from. We'll just use the HubSpot product one. We copy a few things in. We want a pop art image. Then we click the magical generate. And so then it starts working. We can't show you this working because a couple of these things are going to take longer, but we have the content already remixed right here. And so let's take a look at what HubSpot did for us in their AI tool. I can't play these video clips for you because, you know, it's technically above my pay grade to play it on a webinar, but they're not bad. They're like 30-second clips and they're exactly where I asked them to be. So I'm pretty stunned and I'm definitely going to use them. On the blog post side, let's view this. Let's see here. Let's view this in the editor. See if I bounced out too far. So now it's got me in the editor. It's got a picture. That's not terrible. And unveiling the Breeze data enrichment tool. This is actually a pretty good blog post that we should use based on this video. We've only done LinkedIn. This would actually be a decent blog post that we would actually use. Now, this is one of my favorite ones to get angry about. It has all of these typos. If you kind of look through, you'll see, is it ready to use? It's added the H's. I said, please use the copy as I see it. To me, this is a bug. That seems crazy. So that's not, that gets an F. It's a total fail. So I'm going to confirm I'm not saving that right now. Let's look at the email. I kind of love the email stuff. And so the pictures are actually really neat. And if we thought this was like a critical, the pictures are beautiful, honestly. If we thought that this was a critical thing to get out to our customer base, like, wow, this feature's here, let's do it. This email's very usable. And let's move over. Social media, fine. You know, we'll pick a picture for this, etc. This would be fine. It's a fine social post for our corporate social post. And on the website page, Kirill's already done a great job showing you how it does website stuff, but we don't do a lot of product marketing for HubSpot as far as Breeze. But if we had information about our own products, I would enjoy pumping it through this, and I will, to see what kind of a page comes up. Because like Kirill said, this is not bad out of the gate here, and it's pretty intriguing. So again, you're seeing blown out logos, blown out headers and footers, and this has to do with the fact that the template is not the right template, and we would have to we'd have to tidy this up and get the menu on. So overall, very interesting product, and I think it does deliver on what we were hoping for. Now I would like to turn it over to Monica. Monica, come in here, and she's going to be showing us a really, really, really neat thing, which is the case studies piece that you get with Content Pro.
All right. So for case studies, you go to the content bar over here, case studies, brings to this page. And you have two ways to create case studies using the HubSpot layout. You can either already have a case study and you just want to have it input it into the layout, or you can use AI and give it data to create the case study for you. So we're going to do the start with AI version. And the first thing it wants is a general synopsis of what we're doing. So I just have a sentence ready for us here saying we want to make a marketing case study highlighting a SaaS client. And it starts with generating some titles. And you can change these later if what it's giving you isn't the best, but let's run with that one. And then you're going to start giving it some data. So add documents here. And here you can give it Word docs, text docs, anything like that that highlights the service or whatever that tells the story. So I've given it a transcript of the happy customer. And then you hit generate case study, and it takes a little while to do that. So I've kind of got one ready for us here. So what happens is it comes here, and you're going to go from top to bottom and edit all the copy and add pictures and that sort of thing. So I'll show you how that goes. It starts at the top. We have an option to put a customer logo. So I've got one sitting here for me. And then here you can update the title how you might want to. Let's say I'm happy with it. And this next section is your brief synopsis. So your, sort of paragraph each of the challenge and the results. So the first thing here is saying customer logo, but I sort of put an industry relevant pick. So I'll just put this for now. And then this first option here, it says industry. You can't change the title of that, but you can make different tags for what case studies you're going to create. So it'll group them by these tags later on when there's more than one. So let's say for this one, it's an education customer we're highlighting. And then everything else here that you see on the right, challenge results, you can change how that's worded. So let's say you wanted client issues or something is how you talk on your website. And then here you would make sure the AI sounds good from the notes you've given it. And then results, let's say I'm happy with that. Here, let's just say I want to use that sentence. And then the next section is your product or service that you want to highlight in this little synopsis. So key product doesn't make sense for us. It would be more like marketing services. And then the drop down here, you can add things. I already happen to have some things here. So let's say this case study is highlighting Salesforce migration and a resource library build out. So now those are over here. And then URL, you can put the client so they can check out who it is you're highlighting. The next block to edit here is it's pulled out some data points, or it's tried to pull out some data points. I've had it pull 1, 2, 4 from the same exact data, so it's kind of random, but all of it's editable. So when you click in, you go to the left here, now I can interact with these by moving them around or adding a whole other metric. So let's say time savings I wanted to highlight. And then, yeah, you can move them around, delete if you needed to. There's a little trash can on them, so you can delete one. And then when you're happy with that, the next section, it tries to highlight a quote from the data you've given it. So again, sometimes I've had it highlight or pull like 3 or 4 quotes, and then it'll have a little toggle option. In this instance, it's just done the one. But you can interact with it here on the pencil. You can tidy up the quote if that's not quite how it should be. You can put the name of the person. You can put their role in the company, and you can upload an image. Apply changes. Now you've got a nice little quote right there. This next section's about your customer. So you can edit and put, about the actual customer name. And then you can pull from their LinkedIn about them, or just whatever little brief synopsis to help them resonate with people reading this. And then a relevant industry pick. Let's say that's relevant. So now we've got sort of, the bones of the story, and now we've got more of the tale that you're telling here. You can be more elaborate. So again, AI wrote it, so you want to make sure you like how it's written, or if you need to add some things that's missing, you can edit any of this. So let's say, even just the headers, you want to get rid of those or completely rename this however you want. You can also add block quotes. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. If you go up here, block quote, and now you can highlight some copy however you might want. You can put a couple of them if you want. And then the last 2 sections here, we've got a CTA section. So when you click into there, it lets you select CTAs you've already created. So if there isn't a relevant one for your case studies, you need to go make one in the CTA section on HubSpot, and then you can select it. So now we got a nice CTA. You can change what this says, like want to learn more, now that you just learned how we help these guys. And then the last section is related case studies, but because we don't have any tagged education, there aren't any there, but that sentence sits there, so I like to switch it off. So I'll show you how to do that in case that's what you want to do. If you go over here to contents far left, you can turn any of the sections off, but for the related case study one, I'll just, when I make another one that's education related, I can turn it back on, but for now, tidy it up. And let's say we're perfectly happy with it now. We've read through it very thoroughly. We go to settings, and here's where you put your meta description, and you upload a 1024 by 512 social size image, and it also works as your meta image. Same process, you just go upload and you can put your image in. And then after you've done that, you can publish. After you publish, all your published case studies, this generates on its own. It's a listing page. And all the case studies that you've ever made will be here if they're live. And that is case studies. We already have a few clients using it. It's a really good tool.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Monica, and everybody. That was great. Now we're done with the demos. We're into the question period. So please go to the question button at the top and add your questions in there. And I do have a few. And so let's see. First question that we'll go to will be Amanda. Did you prompt the client testimonial, or was it AI generated here? For Amanda.
The client testimonial. Was there a client testimonial? I didn't see that section. Was that
Maybe, I think it's Monica.
Yeah.
Oh, Monica?
Monica, yeah.
Sorry, I had trouble with my mic. It just came from the data that I gave it. So it could be completely irrelevant, like it's trying to force a quote. So you just have to edit that portion, but it did come from data I've given it. So if I had said, put something in quotes, it may very well have pulled it, but I didn't specifically do that here.
All right. Thank you. We have any? Oh, the question further was the client testimonial was on the landing page.
Oh, Kirill.
No. So in that case, it just makes something up. It's a total placeholder. But I think to Monica's point, it's a good idea. I test it. If I put an actual testimonial in, hopefully it recognizes that and uses the copy. But in the example I showed here, it just made it up on its own.
Okay, good. All right. Let's keep on going. We got for Rebecca, what AI engine is behind HubSpot's Breeze?
You know what? We don't know. So we Googled it, researched it. I feel like they've mentioned it before, but I cannot find the reference anywhere. So it's either something they're buying, leasing, or they've invented. So we're not sure.
All right, thank you. And Monica, can you assign the case study listing page to the navigation bar?
Yes, you can use that URL that I showed at the very end where to assign it to the nav bar, just like you assign any pages on your nav bar. It's the same process.
All right, great. Oh, and another one for Monica. How hard was it for you to format to get it looking as good as yours does?
So when I edited it in front of everyone, that was all that's involved, except the header. You have to go in another section to update the actual what's shown on the nav bar for that page, and then the footer you can't interact with at all. It's like the other ones that you get a blown out logo. That's just the limitation in the beta for right now.
All right, thank you. And Rebecca, let's see. What did you think about Breeze data enrichment?
That was the video I submitted. It's actually not quite ready to be purchased yet. I won't go into detail, but it needs some work. It'll probably be in a lot better shape, probably March of next year.
Okay. And we have another question. Do you have guidance available for leveraging this tool to provide up-to-date contact and company information?
No. I do, yes and no. I do have the contact data is not great, and it's all based on your current data in your HubSpot. It'll give you first and last name. On the company data, it is really quite good, actually, but the trick is you get free company insights right now. So it's kind of, we'll write we owe you guys a blog post.
All right, very good. And I think we'll wrap up the demo questions so that
Yeah, we want to end on time.
Yeah, we're coming up on time. So
Okay, yeah. So Breeze Content Tools, just so you guys know, it is a separate module in HubSpot. So if you're on the old subscriptions, content was boiled into how Marketing Pro worked. Now it's separate. And if you don't have the specific Content Pro module, you're not getting these AI tools. If you have questions about it or you need help dealing with HubSpot to get a hold of this stuff, reach out. We'll give you contact information. Always reach out to me too. I will help you wander through it. Then once you get it, half these tools are in beta right now. So you have to go into the special magical secret place and opt yourself into the betas. It's over on the right in the screen. I won't explain how it works, but that's that. So that is how you get it. We're at total wrap up now. So let's go to the last magical slide. We really thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to put this together. It caused us to dig into all the content AI tools and really understand them. We wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. We see a lot of friends and customers out there. And we wish you all very good selling in December. We're going to email this recording afterwards. And thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your support.
thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.